Well, folks, the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew has been arrested. Authorities detained him at Sandringham Estate, which is to say this was coordinated. He knew they were coming. Now, here's the part some people are misunderstanding. He was not detained just because of his past association with Jeffrey Epstein. He's being held on suspicion of misconduct in public office. What does that mean in plain English? That means did he use his official position as prince to help Epstein in any way? Investigators want to know whether privileged access or information or any type of influence connected to his government role was shared. And we do too. And we're going to take a deep dive into it. Dare I say, let's rock. The Joe Rossano Show is next. Now, this situation is being treated much differently. You see, they treat scandals a lot different than they treat abuse of public office. Reason for that is a scandal damages a reputation. Abuse of office, on the other hand, that damages the public trust. And I can't imagine that they look too fondly on that in the UK, and I can't imagine anywhere else for that matter. So the arrest isn't about proving if he's guilty today. It's about determining whether his position itself became part of the alleged wrongdoing. Why the arrest? That is the question. Why did they arrest him rather than just ask him to come on in for questioning? I kindly ask if you could be so kind to please subscribe. That really helps us podcasters continue to bring you all this really great content. And please comment. I'll read them right here on the air, and I'm going to do that today. If you'd like, please like and click the notification bell, and you'll get all latest episodes of the Joe Rossano Show. So again, why the arrest? They want to secure testimony. They want to prevent coordination of stories. They want to get his devices, his laptop, his cell phone, whatever the case may be, any records, to compare his statements today of what he said a long time ago. Now, I'm going to take an educated guess here. Okay, we've all watched murder mysteries and investigation shows. I like Homicide Hunters, Detective Lieutenant Joe Kenda, one of my favorites. For Gen Z and millennials out there, they want him to spill. Gen Xers, baby boomers, they want him to rat. That's exactly what they want him to do. So when you are asked to come in for questioning, you bring your attorney, or in the UK, you bring your solicitor. You can leave. If they don't have enough evidence to place you under arrest or charge you, and they don't have probable cause to detain you or enough evidence to detain you, you're free to go. See, when you get arrested, on the other hand, you can't leave. So I think what's going on right about now, and I could be wrong, is they are saying, hey, Andrew, look, we don't want you to go to prison for abusing your office while you were prince, and His Majesty doesn't want you to go to prison either. But, Andrew, who was on that island, sir? Who was on that island? We know that you know. Give us the names and tell us what victims were trafficked to who. This is all going to come out anyway, and that's what they're doing. They want him to make a deal. They want him to tell his story. At this point, very famous, very powerful people are getting embarrassed. It's causing the Trump administration here in the U.S. some very serious problems. And I have every reason to believe that King Charles in Great Britain, he doesn't like this stuff either. So now he could either be charged, released without charges, or he could be released while they try to dig up some more evidence, come get him later. And if they have strong enough evidence, they can hold him now. So whether charges ever come or not, the real significance is this. The Epstein story is on fire. It's explosive. It's everywhere. Okay? It's not Russia, Ukraine. It's not Iran. It's not Taiwan, It's not a possible government shutdown. It's the Epstein story. It's the Epstein story. It keeps resurfacing, and it's no longer a rumor now because it has entered the official systems. Pam Bondi recently testified in front of Congress. Honestly, that was a fiasco. They're asking her questions, and she's talking about the stock market and gas prices and what is or is not privileged. Not to mention, she works for us. They work for us. And both Democrats and Republicans want unredacted Epstein files. And now, for the first time, a royal has been brought into the criminal process. We all seen the photo of Prince Andrew, GhislaineMaxwell, and Virginia Giuffre. Ms. Giuffre's side claims that photo is authentic and was taken in England. The artist, formerly known as Prince Andrew, pretty much says he doesn't recall. There's a surprise. Because the question people are asking isn't just what happened, it's whether the powerful protected him. Whether the powerful protected him. And obviously, somebody did. Until that question is answered, this case isn't ending. In my opinion, folks, this is where the dominoes start to fall. I mean, think about it. We've all seen movies, Wolf of Wall Street, etc. And what do? They bring you in, they arrest you for, a petty crime if they bring you in for a homicide. And it's what law enforcement calls getting their hooks in you. Okay. Hey, you're going to do 5 years for stealing candy at that candy store unless you tell us who the co-conspirators are. I have every reason to believe that is what is going on right now in, I don't know, Scotland Yard. I'm going on at the police station. That's what they're questioning him. That's what they want to know. At the end of the day, that's what they want to know. And I think this is where it starts because Prince Andrew, well, formerly known as Prince Andrew, he's a big deal. He's a prince. In the UK. He's a prince. Well, was. Now, he's already been stripped of his royal duties. He's been stripped of a lot of his military-related accolades. And now he's been arrested. And the story just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And at the end of the day, as I said on my other show, eventually somebody's going to come along and is going to share all of these records unredacted. President's going to come along sometime. And obviously this is causing President Trump just a lot of trouble. It is practically ruining his presidency. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read some of your comments. And I got to tell you, I get a ton of them. But the ones I find funny, I'm trying to read here now. Are you ready? This officially is from Holly Marks. Common knowledge is that Jeffrey Epstein is in witness protection. Well, they also say Charlie Kirk fell through a trap door and he's alive too. Him, Jim Morrison, and Elvis. You might have to Google that one. I mean, goodness, Holly, officially Holly Marks. Common knowledge, he's in witness protection. You mean to tell me the guy with the beard on the internet, they're all saying it's Jeffrey Epstein. Have you heard of AI? ChatGPT or an AI tool can do that in 7 seconds. Aaron Cooks, 461. It's Aaron Cooks, 461. Are you dumb? Aaron, did my wife put you up to that? Are you dumb? I don't think so. I hope not. Next one from Tesla Energy. I can't imagine this is Elon. Tesla Energy. It's Israel. Now that seems to be going around. Everything seems to be Israel right about now. At least that's what they're saying out there. So I do not know what Israel has to do with the old Jeffrey Epstein thing, but hopefully we'll all find out. Now, I'm going to ask a question of the day, and I want you to put this in the comments, and I really want you to think about this, okay? Now, I don't want to influence you, but There is a caveat. GhislaineMaxwell, through her legal team, is asking President Trump for clemency to get her out of prison. And in exchange for getting out of prison, she is going to tell her story. She's going to naming names. She's going to spill everything. Now, think about this. This is very, very important. No one other than the late Jeffrey Epstein, good riddance, knows more than GhislaineMaxwell knows. She knows more than Prince Andrew, I'll bet you. And now the caveat is, before you answer this question, the victims do not want her to get clemency. They want her to stay in prison. She got 20-year prison sentence. They want her to stay in prison. So don't let that influence you. But again, question of the day is, should the president grant clemency for GhislaineMaxwell and let her publicly in Congress tell her story? Let her out of prison, tell her story, or keep her in prison. Now, the victims seem to feel like they told their story already. They told their story already. As always, my dearest friends and fellow Americans and those around the world, thank you for tuning in to the Joe Rossano Show, where we are unfiltered, unbiased, uncensored. Please, again, this allows us podcasters to keep bringing content day in and day out, which is what I just love to do. Please subscribe. Please comment, like, share, click the notification bell for all the latest episodes of the Joe Rossano Show. And I got to tell you, we really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much. As always, God bless you. Please, if you get a moment and situation presents itself, adopt yourself a pet. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, comment, share, like, click the notification bell for all the latest episodes of The Joe Rossano Show.